So what we're looking at here is the spinal cord model for Bio 157. So this is looking at the spinal cord here. This is looking at the spinal cord here as well. All right. So when we look at the spinal cord, we can see that we have two different types of tissue. We have the white matter or white columns, and we have the gray matter in here. We separate the white columns into this area, which is known as the posterior funiculus. This area is known as the anterior funiculus. And these on the sides are the lateral funiculi. Funiculus is singular. All right, looking at the gray matter here, this area here is the, so this is the gray matter. So this is the posterior horn here, also posterior horn. These are the anterior horns, and these are the lateral horns. Okay, so posterior horn, anterior horn, lateral horn. See right in the middle there is a hole, and that is the central canal. And here you're seeing this groove that comes all the way up close to the gray matter, and that groove right there is the anterior median fissure. So anterior median fissure. And at the top there is a shallow groove right there, and that shallow groove is known as the posterior median sulcus. So that is the posterior median sulcus. So looking at this model of the spinal cord, we can see these same structures here. So we have gray matter here. Here's white matter here, or the white columns. This is the gray matter. So we look at the white matter. This is the posterior funiculus. This is the anterior funiculus, lateral funiculus, lateral funiculus. Looking in the gray matter here, this is the posterior horn, anterior horn, lateral horn. We see right down the middle is the central canal. This once again is the anterior median fissure, and then at the top you see the posterior median sulcus right there. Out here this is showing a spinal nerve, and as the spinal nerves come into the spinal cord, they're going to separate. This is the dorsal root here, this is the ventral root. And the reason I know this is the dorsal root is because it has this swelling on it, and that is known as the dorsal root ganglion. So based upon this being the dorsal root ganglion, this is the dorsal root, and this is the ventral root. And this also tells me the orientation of this spinal cord, that this side over here is dorsal, where this side is ventral. So dorsal or posterior, ventral or anterior.